Well, I think the first thing to say there is the best way to get ready for the mountains is to be in the mountains. Like, there's nobody ever disputes that. And I know, Dr. Brenton, you alluded to it earlier in terms of like descend, descend, descend. The best thing to do is just spend as long as you can in the mountains. The more time you spend in that environment, the better you're going to deal with it. However, if you're like me and you have a full-time job, sometimes taking more time off work or trying to fit everything into a very busy life is difficult. And your 21-day Everest Base Camp trip might not have space to turn into 23 or 24 days. So it's a case of what can you do beforehand? And as Chad said, there are no genetic markers when it comes to altitude, or there's very few anyway. The only way to find out how you deal with altitude is to go to altitude. And that can either be done on location, so Kilimanjaro, Everest Base Camp, anywhere like that, or through testing beforehand. So we always recommend, and it's the same protocol that we follow with our athletes, no matter what you're doing, is we always say just do some form of testing first and find out how your body copes. As Dr. Brenton said, 90% of people will be covered by that steady acclimation process that you follow. And Nepal's a great example where it is done really well. There are examples where it is a little bit more difficult, like Kilimanjaro, for example. You climb 5,000 meters in 5 days. Well, that quite clearly breaks that do 1,000 meters, have a day off rule. So some mountains are a little bit different and pose a little bit of a different challenge. But we always say start with some testing and see how your body responds and how your body copes. But from there are kind of multiple pre-acclimation strategies you can follow.